Okay. Once again, what is it with these one song concerts? This is take two. This is a song called Fantasy. Afterwards, I do have my usual talk, but it's going to be a bit drama laden. So, just give you a heads up if you don't want to listen to all that. We're going to do the song first as always. Fantasy. Late night I hear the calling of the vast rolling sea. The waters capture the seashells, then they pull away from me. Should I heed the maidens to harmonize as they sing? I'd risk far less than drowning where the sky covers me. It's only the sea. I cannot be what you want me to be. I will not sing what you want me to sing. It's only the sea. When the moon is rising with a wolf chasing me, running where the leaves fall from the sleep-laden trees, I will not stop to hurt him, nor let him capture me. I'm not lured by his fury, I prefer the peaceful green. He's only a beast. I cannot be what you want me to be. I will not sing what you want me to sing. He's only a beast. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da da da. For down in time's echoes, innocence waits for me. Pearl white in the shadows, from a touch trembling. If I sprung the trap there, illusions lie would come clean. Why bleed for false causes? Solid fights need the ring. It's only a dream. I cannot be what you want me to be. I will not sing what you want me to sing. It's only a dream. He's only a beast. It's only the sea. Lots of drama. So at this point, if you don't want drama, move along. That song's name was Fantasy. I'm sure you get the point behind the song. Yes, that one actually has a point. Have you met this ukulele yet? This ukulele's name is officially, as of the other day, Plan B. You see, a notable kind of a Hall of Famer type musician I'm in contact with said to me that I needed straps, and she was right. But I'm not about to put buttons and drill holes in my ukulele if I can help it. So I looked at some plans for straps that don't require buttons, and invented one. And the first prototype put popsicle sticks, and I broke my green ukulele. I broke my green ukulele. I broke him. The shop says they don't think they can fix him either. They're gonna try. They're trying. They don't think they can get him back up to snuff. Which means I am now using this ukulele, which was my backup ukulele, which didn't have a name, but has now been named Plan B. Plan B, who might be off key. I mean, she sounds right, but then I strum and... Anyway, so, alright. I'm sure you get the point behind the song. Now, it has been brought up a few times in the past several months, and this is where the drama begins. I'm going to try to condense it, though. about my children, of which I had 2, and why I don't talk about them, why I don't want to mention them in interviews and, the interviews and the podcasts and things. And long story short, even when it's your children, you have to draw a line as far as being treated like dirt goes. And to sum up my marriage, I got my first black eye in it. It was my first black eye ever. Okay, my marriage. To sum up me as a parent, I started out not the best. I didn't exactly have good examples when I was younger. And life is a journey. And over time, especially when I became a single parent, I made strides at becoming better. I don't really feel bad about any mistakes I would have made, because I happen to know that there is no such thing as a perfect parent. There is literally no such thing as a perfect parent. You're going to make a mistake somewhere. Okay, you're a terrible parent in person if you aren't trying to always improve. It's that simple. Okay. To sum up, after the divorce, the taking me for granted, shall we say, not just my ex, but with just people in general, just kept coming. And a divorce counselor had told me, now you need to be the friend, and you need to never talk bad about your ex, and you need to do this, you need to do that, and you need to be, and that only works if the other side and all the other people involved are also being friends and being good. And so, can we say backstabbed? Yes, that happened to me a lot. Can we say used? That happened to me a lot. Can we say I don't know how many times I ended up shuffling my plans to spend time with my kids for last minute things demanded of me by other parties because they just took it for granted that I was basically going to always jump for them? Yes. Sum that up. There's a lot more. We're going to leave that there. Okay. But then I got married. And it was like the shit hit the fan. I don't even have a nice way to put it. It was like all of a sudden, where things had been at peace and I thought that we were all getting along, all of a sudden I was a bad guy in everything. And can we say cussing me out on the phone? Yes, we can, over little things. For example, let me say that again. For example, there was one time right when I was newly married. Now understand, my husband was active military duty. And I was no longer able to drop everything and rearrange my schedule like that for people. I now had other concerns, and I had to shuffle a lot more than just one little thing. And I got a phone call from a certain person, and I was told, I want this. And I said, because I had more on my back then, but I am worried about my husband's schedule. I can't just drop. In front of my youngest child, on the phone, I was cussed out, then hung up on. And then the person called back, did not apologize for verbally abusing me. They got on the phone with my child and apologized to my child for using dirty language. And this was how I was done for years and years and years. I was always the bad guy. I was dirt. I was trash. So then things finally hit the fan when the youngest became an adult. I had to assess what to do, because you have to take care of yourself also. And so I chose to draw lines, step back, recenter my world, make my world more positive, start saying no to being pushed around, no to being talked to like dirt, no to being lied to. So I was sending my now adult children cards on their birthdays and Christmas, and not going too close, because things just, years and years, you got to draw a line. And then one of my children, through their Facebook account, told me they did not want to hear from me anymore. They told me that they were moving, to not send any more cards, and that they were getting a new address, and that they would tell me the new address, and then maybe I could send cards. Never heard from them again. So I said, all right. I drew lines. I said, I am done with being a doormat. And I stepped back. I started being really strict about who my friends are, like really strict, because I want to live a happy, healthy life. And enough is enough. And that was years ago. I don't like to talk about it because there's a lot more than I'm glossing over so much. And no, there is no such thing as a perfectly innocent party in this, because the truth is, if I had stood up for myself years before the final event and said no, things would have turned out so different. That's just one of the many things I could have done differently. But, it's just dragging names through the mud also is not something I really want to do. So I drew healthy lines, and now, and built myself a healthy world. And yeah, you're a very lucky person to be my friend now. If I decide you're caustic, I will probably either lose my temper and tell you, or just cut you off. I don't know yet. Well, me and one of the children reconnected recently. And he tells me that he did not tell me those things. Now, I'm not saying that it was adult parties, shall we say, but I would try to talk to that boy on the phone, and there would be adults in the background telling him what to say and basically having the conversation for him, through him, with me on the phone, instead of letting me talk to my child. So I'm not saying that, it was certain people so much as, wow, somebody, God knows who, somebody hacked, according to my child, hacked my child's account and lied to me to break our relationship. Now, why am I saying all this? The situation is technically, one of the terms is parental estrangement. It is an epidemic in this country. I do mean an epidemic. There are forums and forums and forums of support groups for parents and grandparents and just, people who were custodial or got to know someone who are experiencing this heartbreaking phenomenon. Heartbreaking. People will go into these forums and they will say things like they can't get over it. It is like their child has died. They want to connect. They keep reaching out. They keep getting buffeted. It could be for any reasons. Some are like, well, you were abusive. Some are like, well, you weren't abusive. Some are just like, I don't know why some children joined a cult. I mean, there's a plethora of reasons. I can tell you that if you tell me you've cut off because so-and-so is abusive, that's not my, it's normally not my business. But my youngest was told I was abusive by people at school. Okay, ready for this? Because I wouldn't let her have a television in her bedroom. Yeah, that made me abusive somehow. I didn't let her have a cell phone until she was 14. That made me a monster. Turns out, guess what, guys? Cell phones are addictive, literally addictive. So I feel like I made the right call there. Yo! So I'm saying this, one, so people will let it rest. Two, I'm saying this for other people who are in the parental estrangement situation. It's hard. It's heartbreaking. It hurts. I got through it by not wallowing. I got through it by building myself a more positive environment, saying, all right, I'm done with this. I'm not a doormat no more. And yeah, it sucks, but you have to take care of yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, then who are you to take care of a child? I got through it by doing things like picking up music again, which was one of the many sacrifices, by the way, I did for my children. I gave up things like music. I gave up things like a career in comics. I gave up having a career. I was offered good jobs and I turned them down because the hours would have taken me away from the children at the wrong times and they would never have seen me, and it didn't strike me as healthy. So I chose harder paths. Okay. And when the things happened, I started saying, you know what? It's time to take care of me. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm telling you guys, you don't have to cut the corridors and shut things down the way I did in some cases. Like, I was still able to be found. I just stopped putting myself out there to be walked on, which is how my young'un found me, because I didn't exactly go into hiding and block things off completely. But you got to take care of you, and you got to take care of your mental health and your heart. It's okay to grieve. it's not okay to let that grief stop you from having a healthy environment that your child may want to come back to. So that was the whole point of this. Just be strong. Be strong in this epidemic. And, you know, there's a saying that goes around, be careful how you allow people to treat you in front of your children, because they're learning how to treat you by watching. Yeah, stop being a doormat. You don't got to be evil. Just don't be a doormat like I was. And I think that's all I have to say for this second take. There was more, but I'm running at 17 minutes, and that's a lot longer. Like, the last one was shorter. So, fantasy, written actually 12 days ago. Yay! I might write another. I don't know. I'm gonna go. That's enough drama for one day. I'm gonna go back to positivity and positive posts and positive songs and progressing. Maybe next time I'll let you see the ukulele strap I invented. Bye-bye. Well, didn't invent. Improved upon another design did. Whatever. Bye!